I never thought I'd find myself in a situation like this. You know, the kind of story you hear about from a friend or see in a movie. But here I was, standing at the entrance of my own home, a home that once felt like a safe haven, now tainted by betrayal. It all started when I came home early one Friday afternoon. I had taken the day off work, planning to surprise my wife Mary with a spontaneous weekend getaway. We hadn't spent much time together lately, and I thought a break from our routine would do us both some good. But as I opened the front door, I noticed something was off. The house was too quiet, yet there was a faint sound coming from our bedroom upstairs. My heart pounded in my chest as I crept up the stairs, trying to convince myself that I was just overthinking things. But when I reached the bedroom door, my worst fears were confirmed. There, on our bed, was my wife with another man. My mind went blank, my vision blurred, and all I could hear was the blood rushing in my ears. I didn't say a word. I just turned around and walked out. I drove straight to our family cabin in the woods, a place where I could think without the noise of the city or the suffocating reality of what I'd just witnessed. I spent the first few hours just staring at the wall, trying to make sense of everything. How could this happen? Where did we go wrong? I loved her. We built a life together. That night, I turned to the internet, seeking advice from strangers in online forums. I read countless stories of betrayal, of couples who tried to work things out and those who didn't. One comment struck me hard. Sometimes it's not about forgiving them, but about forgiving yourself for staying. The next morning, I called my brother Tom and told him everything. He and his wife Linda came over immediately. Tom was furious, ready to confront Mary himself. But Linda, always the more level-headed one, suggested a different approach. She offered to keep an eye on Mary for a while to see if this affair was a one-time mistake or something more. A week passed and Linda's suspicions were confirmed. Mary was still seeing the other man. I couldn't believe it. I felt like I'd been punched in the gut all over again. How could she continue this after knowing I'd found out? When I finally confronted Mary, she tried to deny everything at first. But when I told her what I knew, she broke down. She confessed that she'd been unhappy for a while, feeling neglected and unfulfilled. She said she'd suggested the idea of an open relationship because she thought it would justify her feelings, her actions. But she admitted that it was just an excuse, a way to avoid facing the real issues in our marriage. I listened to her, trying to process everything. Part of me wanted to believe that we could work through this, that we could find our way back to each other. But the trust was gone. Every time I looked at her, all I could see was the betrayal. I couldn't live like that. In the end, I decided to leave. It wasn't an easy decision, but I knew it was the right one for me. Sometimes love isn't enough to save a relationship. Sometimes the damage is too deep. To anyone watching this who might be in a similar situation, remember this. Trust is the foundation of any relationship. Once it is broken, it is incredibly hard to rebuild. If you are struggling, seek help before it is too late. And if you find yourself in a relationship where trust has been shattered, don't be afraid to walk away. You deserve better. Thank you for watching, and remember to take care of yourself. Life is too short to stay in a situation that makes you unhappy. If you found this story helpful, please leave a comment, share your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories like this. See you in the next video. This story captures the emotional turmoil of discovering infidelity and the difficult decision to leave a broken marriage. It emphasizes the importance of trust and self-worth, offering viewers a reflection on their relationships.